Let's talk about 3 things to help you choose your song to audition for a musical theater program in college. Now, first one we're going to talk about is appropriateness. I want you to choose something that's age appropriate. I know we love drama, but many of those dramatic songs are intended for characters between 40, 50, and 60. Your college professors that you're going to be auditioning for are that age. They are not going to appreciate you singing something that's not age appropriate because those are their songs. You're just going to look ridiculous. So please choose something for somebody between 16 and 25. The second thing is, if you happen to be a non-binary or anywhere on the LGBTQ spectrum, choose something that's appropriate to you. You don't have to, just because you're an alto, sing about being in love with a guy if that's not in your emotional experience. And on that note, choose something that is in your emotional experience. So don't choose something about trauma with parents if you've never experienced that. Find something that is in what your life has been to this point so that you can reflect that in your audition. If you follow my channel, you know it's a sticking point for me as a teacher and as an accompanist that I think people make a huge mistake with trying to rotate in too many brand new songs for every single audition just because they're worried about their song being overdone. That doesn't matter. Dig in on the acting. Make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do to show your personality, to show what you can bring to the role. However, in a college musical theater audition situation, many of those professors have put out do not sing lists. So check if you're auditioning, especially for a conservatory, do they have a specific do not sing list? And then I want you to Google what is the current, whether it's 2021 or moving forward, what is on that current do not sing list. So here's the backstage list for 2021, which is compiled from 6 different conservatories. I'm gonna put that up for you. But I just wanna say, if you're working on that and it's too late to change things, that's fine. Dig in on that acting. Make sure that you're bringing your best self forward so that if there's 100 girls, you stand out the most. Now, this may seem like an obvious thing when choosing your college audition songs, but you need to like it. For the first time, don't allow your teacher to strong arm you into choosing a song. Yes, make sure that you run it by them and make sure that it's appropriate and it hits all the right things that you need to show. But if your teacher's bringing you a song that you just flat out don't like, or you don't think it's appropriate for your life experience, or it just means nothing to you, you're never going to put in the kind of work that you need to bring that song to life. So it's really, really important that you like your song. Okay, so I've told you to try to stand out and be unique in your college audition piece, and I want you to make sure that you're reflecting your specific individual life experience. And the tendency as you look at those songs is to try to pick something that is edgy. However, I need you to think of that college audition like a job interview. And so, just like a job interview, you need to make sure that you are not crossing the line. So that means neither your song nor your monologue can have racial epithets, sexual innuendo, or any kind of bad, foul language. Now, you just don't want to push it because you don't know who you're going to offend. So even if your college that you're applying to is doing that particular show at the time, this is your job interview, so keep it clean. So I've already talked about how important it is to express your specific experience in your college audition song, but let me give you a couple examples. So one of them is my student who has a great relationship with her parents and yet loves to sing this song about surviving an abusive father. That song, when she sings it, is absolutely flawless. The performance is absolutely flat because those words mean nothing to her. And in the same vein, I have a very serious alto who has been through a lot in her life. She's had a lot of trauma, and in trying to choose an up-tempo song, she was choosing all these light, frivolous, cute, sexy songs that absolutely weren't her, and she hated herself when she was saying those words. You need to pick something that is reflective of your own experience. Otherwise, that song, there's nothing you can do to make that song come alive. As always, with any audition piece, make sure that you're looking at your accompaniment. Now, a lot of people will just tell you, no Sondheim ever, no Jason Robert Brown ever, but that's not really accurate. There are a lot of Sondheim pieces that are actually very playable. They're very easy to sight read. And the same thing with Jason Robert Brown. Yeah, don't bring in songs for a new world, but the last 5 years, almost all of Kathy's pieces are super easy to play. So take your pieces to an accompanist, take them to your teacher, take them to someone at your school who plays the piano. See if there's people on YouTube, or you can send them to me and have people take a look at them. We're looking at, are there a lot of time changes, meter changes? Are there a lot of key signature changes? And in those key signatures, are there a lot of sharps and flats? Because some pieces are difficult to play because of that. Lastly, make sure that a pianist has taken a look at your cut and that it's playable. So here's something really specific about choosing your college audition song. Many of you guys are very funny character actors, and you've gotten great reactions from singing fast patter songs. That does not showcase your voice for a college audition. So remember that they're gonna see maybe 1,200 people in the course of, whether it's 3 days or it's over the course of months. You need to stand out, not just for your acting, not just for your comic chops, but you're not going in as a standard theater major, you're going in as a musical theater major. So you need to make sure that your songs are showing off your voice. Don't make that the first priority, but you need to make sure that you're showing some kind of flowing legato line so they can hear the beauty of your song. Same thing goes for belted songs that are nothing but like trumpety sections. That just shows me that you can do one thing, which is sing loud. Make sure you show them all the things that you can do with your voice. Okay, lastly, and this is just good practice for your audition book in general, have a piece in there that you can sing on your worst day. Remember, as performers, we get sick all the time because we're constantly using our mouths, and especially we've been very safe because of quarantine, but now we're going back into these spaces and our immune systems may be a little depressed, so we might be getting sick even more than we normally would, catching those colds more than we normally would. College audition season can last from November through March. So that's a long time to tell yourself that you're not ever gonna get sick and you're not ever gonna lose your high notes. Choose a song that you can sing even on your worst day. So something that has great acting chops, something that's still beautiful, has a flowing legato line, goes kind of smoothly and shows off your voice in sort of your mid-range without a lot of high notes and without a lot of belting.